came on to say hi. This is a little afternoon delight of Snap Talk Live. I was just over on my Facebook page talking about what happened last night and Trump's speech to Congress and everything. And I just wanted to break it down in the take of Snap Talk Live and how I cover things here on the show. So welcome to Snap Talk Live, this interestingly beautiful, unapologetic talk. And then tonight I'll be on tapping out art. As a matter of fact, here's the piece that blesses the show, Amazing Grace there. But I do have some beautiful art really quickly that I wanted to show you. That's actually, well, I already showed you this, but they're dry and stuff. But look how pretty that is. Look at that. But tonight we're going to be tapping out some incredible art tonight, everybody. You didn't see these pieces are high dried and high shined. And so, let me see. Look at that. They're dried and high shine. And they're beautiful. I forget, we were talking about the aliens beyond the wall. Remember that? That's what we were talking about. So we'll talk about these pieces tonight because these are interesting because remember, these are the pale white aliens that are beyond the wall. But this is how it dried. And I found that interesting. But the other ones over there, I can't wait to tap out art tonight. But I came on, everyone. Oh, man. Here we go. How's everybody doing? I came on, this is, Snap Talk edition, everyone. But I came on to talk about this, everybody. And I was just over on my Facebook page covering this. But, I am a YouTuber also, and I'm going to cover it over here about what I think about what happened last night. Now, I will admit, I didn't watch it. Because I didn't want to. I liked watching it the next day. I had to, because I needed to absorb it today, not when it's happening, okay? So honestly, I'll be honest with you. I don't lie. Didn't watch it last night. But I will tell you, I will break down some parts, everyone. And the part I'm going to break down is about getting along with one another. I'm an independent woman. I'm an independent voter. I'm an independent. Hi, Akasha. How are you? I'm an independent woman. Okay, I'm not in no party. I don't want to be. And I'm going to tell you what happened last night, and what the Dems went sorely wrong last night. And then I will actually tell you my opinion of what some things that Trump went wrong. But the thing is, the Democrats, instead of extending their hand out, because after all, this is America, we all got to, at some point in time, get along together, right? Because these two parties are so divided that someone's got to break this divide. Honest to God, somebody has got to break this crazy divide and shake hands instead of all this fighting and all this tension, right? And this was mayhem. This was honest to God mayhem. And Trump, on the other hand, is so upset because Democrats aren't clapping for him. Trump, they're not gonna clap for you. They came to see you speak or talk. That's all you need. They're not going to clap for you. Don't you get it? Wasn't their ass sitting in their chair good enough? You don't need them to clap for you. You're the president. Not everybody's going to clap for you. Not everybody's going to like your words. Not everybody that needs thrown out because they have their opinion that's different than yours. And so, I think that the Democrats, listen, if you're going to come and show up at the party and hear the president speak, at least be amicable and clap. How hard is it? We got to, at some point in time, we got to clap for one another. We got to extend our hand, no matter if I like you or you don't like me. At some point in time, we got to go like this and extend our hand, no matter if we don't like one another or not. And right now, the Democrats and the Republicans are not doing that. And suddenly, the war between these two parties just gets more and more divided. And, there was an instance, where an old man, hey, listen, Al Green, and I'm not talking about the musician Al Green. I'm talking about the Democratic Representative Al Green. He stood up, old man with a cane, and was hollering. And okay, an amicable person, like, listen, I get people that hate me all day, but do you think I care? Absolutely not. Let them say what they want to say. Let it roll off. Hi, honey. Hi, John Paul. Hi, everybody. Instead, Trump gets mad. Trump gets all mad. Trump, why don't you just stand there and let that old man say what he wanted to say and let his words fall out? You're the president. And then after he's done with his words, then you continue on with your speech. Now that's presidential, right? No, we gotta kick this old man out because, listen, after all, he doesn't believe what I believe. After all, he's a Democrat. After all, why can't we all get along, everyone? Why do we have to be in this fighting mode all the time? Can't Democrats and Republicans, can't they get along? Come on, everybody. How hard is it to shake one another's hand and reach across the aisle and go, okay, you're a Republican and I'm a Democrat. Let me shake your hand and let's hear this. And it didn't work out like that. We got an old man with a cane get kicked out. Because after all, this is America, right? And he had his opinion. And he had his opinion. And I wanted to get back to something else that leads me to believe, okay, when Obama was in office, there was a lot of Republicans that were really shouting and up in it, and Obama just let them say what they want to say. He didn't give them warnings. He let them go. He let them talk. He let them holler at him. He left the Republicans. If you look back in time and see when Obama was speaking and everything, he just let them say what they wanted to say, right? Because after all, we are Americans and we have voices and we have opinions that are not lockstep in with the president at that time, right? And so I just wish that at some point in time, we can honestly see Democrats and Republicans going like this. Even if they have like this kind of handshake, they don't have to go like this, but just shake one another's hands and say, hey, good seeing you here. But no, we don't never see nothing like that. Never. And so what does that say for a country, everybody? And I was sitting and I watched this today because last night I did not, I'm honest with you, I didn't watch it last night. And what I saw was the fact that we're sitting here and we got so much stuff going on in our country. I mean, no shit. We've got fires raging damn near so many different places. We're worrying about transgenders. We're worrying about this and that when we got real stuff such as tariffs going on that are going to affect a lot of our companies. And we got so much stuff going on. We're fighting one another. We're not agreeing to disagree, to find common ground, right? Hold on one moment, everybody. I gotta turn this on. Hold on a second. I can't see. I'm sitting on my glasses. And in the meantime, sorry about that. And in the meantime, everybody, I see a president that is saying to America that is hurting right now. Because after all, I went to even Dollar General, as a matter of fact, and eggs were $7.99 a carton. And I heard the president say that he is going to have swift and unrelenting actions. Swift and unrelenting actions. Do you realize that's the last thing that us Americans want to hear out of our president, is that he wants to have swift and unrelenting actions when people lost their jobs, when people are trying to get footing back, right? And it's like we're sitting here and we're playing this game of chess with one another, and we're Americans after all. The last time I checked, this is America. We have our own opinions. We have our own thoughts, our own minds. And what makes up America is like this beautiful melting pot of people's opinions, whether we like them or not, right? Whether we like how people look or not. This is America after all. And it's got off, and I really don't care. But I see that we're doing so many crazy things, and in the meantime, we got various parts of our country that are on fire, and we're worrying about minerals that's going to take time to dig up. I mean, we could strike a mineral deal tomorrow, but that doesn't mean we're going to have minerals tomorrow. Does Trump realize that? He'd have to send a team to find out where exactly. Dig. I mean, we could be digging for months, for years, and still not have minerals. Do you understand? We're fighting dumb stuff. And we're worrying about stuff that really, we got so much other things going on, such as China, everyone. And since these tariffs that Donald Trump, our president, has put in place, China is coming out saying that they will fight at all costs. Thank you, Jason. At all costs, everybody. What does China? And Trump thought they were our friends. Come on now. And so when I hear Trump saying that swift and unrelenting actions, you realize that's going to be against him, not us, him. And when I see our president standing up there and cannot handle what this old man with a cane has to say, that is his opinion. Houston, we got problems at the White House. When we're sitting here and we got the Democrats and the Republicans beating the shit up out of one another, acting like kids. We got our president that continues to beat transgender people up over the heads over and over and over again when he's got Elon the Musk in there that has a child that's transgender. I wonder what he's thinking. And we got big issues other than transgenders and other than not getting along. And who cares if they don't clap for you? They sat for you. Does that matter? And the things that the more, this is everybody, I'm not making this up because, listen, I don't dislike Trump at all. I don't dislike Trump. I don't have no problem with Trump. I like Trump. I don't like some of the things he says or does, but I have nothing against Trump. And I definitely like Elon Musk. But I'm not mad at Trump. I just don't, it just irks me some of the things that he says and does. But I'm not disliking him. okay? Because I don't do those things. I don't act like that. But when you're going to be a president, be a president. Stand up there and stop beating each other up over the head, each party up over the head because they don't agree with you. That's life. We're not going to get everybody to agree with us, especially if you're president, especially if you're Elon Musk. Not everybody's going to agree with you. You're going to have people want to kill you, want to beat you up over the head. But does that mean you go, I don't like his opinion and he's got to get out of this room? Right. Jason, send us the damn peace meeting. Send America this meeting that we're going to work together, that we're going to work together, everyone. Right? Send us that kind of meeting. Send us a meeting that, okay, Trump, can you just please do me a favor? And reach out to the Dems and say, can we work together? Elon Musk, can you please send the Dems a message and say, can we work together? Instead of all this confusion and fighting and I don't like you and you don't like me. Can we actually do that, everybody? That is what our country needs to see. Not this divide, and I'm only meeting the Republicans, not the Democrats. Hell, us poor independent people, we get pushed way back. We keep it too real. They just throw us way back there, right? But I think the country is ready to see people actually getting along in the White House instead of meeting with certain people. Let's meet with everybody. God, can't we just get along instead of picking a gender to beat up? They're already beaten up. They already know the world doesn't love them or like them. But then our president comes out and really puts the nail in it. One moment, everybody. You have to stay paused because I have to actually do something. One moment. Sorry, everybody. I honestly had to actually had to move my car, but I'll get back into the groove of it. And I wanted to say this. Okay, Jason is independent also. Jason, I've been independent since 1993 when I graduated high school. Yes, and Jason, you see how it is. Us independents keep it real, but Democrats, okay, that are in office. Can you not reach out to the Republicans and say, can we talk? So it's not just the Republicans, it's the Democrats. Reach out and talk to one another. Can we actually see a live meeting of everyone getting along? No matter if you agree to disagree, at least we need to see you all sitting and trying to work together up a deal. I don't think, Jason, I mean, you know, we're rare. We're the independent people that, see, independent voters, we're not putting up with all this bullshit. We don't put up and tolerate all this craziness, because us independent voters, we work together. We don't put one another down. We don't put gender down. We don't got time for that. Independent people, we try to work together to build a stronger country, because we don't have time for all this fighting and fuming and backbiting and getting at one another, right? And it's so sad how you see the news, Fox, CNN, and the others that just pit one another up against one another so bad and so vile. And that's why people are turning to news outlets and people like us on YouTube, because they're so sick of it. But I just, and it was precisely 100 minutes, precisely, that Trump spoke for 100 minutes last night. And in that 100 minutes, we saw an old man with a cane who was not Al Green, the singer, but a representative getting kicked out because he had an opinion, making noise, which you don't, who cares? Who cares? You just let him say what he wants to say and keep going on with what you gotta say. But no, we're warning you. And in the meantime, everybody, I'm not making this up. In the meantime, the stock market is beyond tanked. The S&P, crypto shit coins are gone. They've been done. They've been tanked. 401ks are tanked. And we're tanking. Because right now we are in the grips of a war. And I'm talking about a war on tariffs, everyone. And I wish Trump would have sat and read the manual of tariffs to know what's going on and to know the repercussions that these tariffs are going to take on our country. It's just not going to hit Canada hard or Mexico. Because after all, we all work together in buying and selling goods from one another. Do you realize the poultry that we get from these countries, such as chicken and everything? Do you realize how expensive chicken's going to get? Which people eat chicken basically every single day. Do you realize how expensive that's going to be? Do you realize how more expensive a car is going to be? Guess I have to stick to my old one. And we sit and we like a shit show. We like drama. It makes for good TV after all. It makes for good reality TV. But guess what, Trump? We ain't in reality. We're in real life. We're not in no scripted reality TV show. This is our life. This is the United States of America. This isn't a shit show. This is a real show. Jason says, in 1993, my economic teacher told us the value of dollar will not be worth anything just like today. And we sit and we worry about crazy stuff. And we sit and we just keep beating people over the heads. We don't want you in this sport. Who gives a crap? We got shit going on. We got fires. We're getting ready to head into a tariff war. Do you not realize that, Trump? We're heading into it. it's going to happen. Sit and read a manual. Sit and do something that lets you know what tariffs are about. And this is not a good idea. Just like I said, I just went to even Dollar General to get something, and I looked at the price of eggs, which I didn't need an egg, but they were $7.99 a dozen. Yes, exactly, Jason. So do I. They were $7.99 a dozen. And can you imagine, everyone? We're sitting and worrying. Oh my God, Jason, you're in California. Oh my goodness. And sit and think about this, everyone. We're sitting and worrying about Ukraine's minerals and Trump kind of thinking, and come on now, nobody is against you, Trump. You think everybody, President Trump, nobody's against you but you. You think everybody don't like you. That is not true. People like you. We like you. We just don't like some of the shit that you do. That's crazy stuff. And precisely 100 minutes of putting transgender people down, kicking an old man out for his opinion, and dumb shit. When the country needed to hear something different. We need to hear something different. Right? Hi, Drop Giants. Come on now. We gotta start uniting. We got to. At some point in time, how much is our country gonna be able to take with this, everyone? This isn't funny. No one's taken Zelensky over you, Trump. We're not doing that. We saw what happened with the minerals. It was more like a bullying fest with you and JD Vance sitting there and talking about the man's clothing, which was inappropriate the other day. The man's fighting a war. Is he going to walk in with a Louis Vuitton suit and Louis Vuitton shoes? Absolutely not. The man's fighting a damn war, okay? He's going to come with warfighter clothes on. All right? So come on now. I mean, just like I said, everyone, I mean, right at this point right now, some stuff, when Trump starts talking, sometimes everything starts literally tumbling. It starts tumbling. And if you can, I'm not joking you. The stock market, if it drops any lower, do you realize that if this would be any other president, they would be filing an impeachment against that president? Do you realize that? And I'm not making this up. Do you realize if this would happen under any other president, people would be filing an impeachment? I am God serious. We are heading in that. Jason's right, everyone. We are actually, and if you don't think this isn't true, it is. We are physically heading into recession, a tariff war. God only knows what is going on because we got fires raging. I just saw a video that Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, fires raging. Can we make this up? And we're worrying about minerals that we may not get minerals for years. I mean, we're talking years. So, say for instance, everyone, in layman's terminology of explaining something, say we go digging for these minerals and we get this great sweet deal from Ukraine. Because, after all, we want that money back. We need the minerals to get paid back. and this and that. And say we get the sweet deal from Ukraine. Okay? Zelensky just signs on a dotted line, and all right, we're off to the minerals. All right? We're off to go find these minerals. Well, okay, well, we got to back up a minute, and we got to sit down, and we got to sit down and work out a plan. We got to sit down and work out a plan of how we're going to get them. We got to get a team together. We got to get a team of archaeologists, diggers. We got to get all them together. Go investigate and figure out which piece of the land's good to dig. They're already digging already, but I'm just saying. They've been digging. Not our country, but, Ukraine's been digging. But we got to figure out where we're going to dig for our piece of the land, to dig for these minerals. Then once we get all that figured out and we get our team together, then we can start digging. And we can dig. And we can dig. And we can dig. And maybe one scoop will come up with something. And maybe we won't. And do you realize it's like digging for gold? Right? Do you realize digging for these minerals is like digging for gold? Come on now, people. And we ain't got time for all that. When we got states that are burning, no one's getting along in Congress. People are losing their jobs because they got to cut the fat. Doge does. And we got the tariffs. And we're heading into that war that no country's backing down from us. And no country is getting bullied from us with these tariffs. And we're going to wonder if Social Security is ever going to be around. After all, we've got a lot of dead people that are 150 plus years old. And I can honestly believe half of that because, when somebody dies, they do keep sending people checks, right? And if nobody don't stop them, well then, but there's supposed to be something on a computer that's supposed to stop at a certain age, but people are living longer. Not up to 150 yet, but I'm doing good, honey. And if you're new to the channel, everybody, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And thank you for your likes. That helps with the algorithms. And you're watching this episode of my Snap Talk Live. Everybody, interesting, beautiful, unapologetic talk. But tonight, everybody, let's talk about tonight. Tonight, I'm going to be tapping out the most incredible art tonight. I'm going to be tapping out the most beautiful, incredible art that you ever seen. So that's at 8:30 tonight. I can't wait, right? So I'm doing good. But so let's just place our faith in God, everybody. And whatever you do, everyone, make sure that you start, saving food. Get your little survival stuff ready, right? Because hard times are going to come. Hard times are going to hit, everybody. It's just inevitable. It's inevitable. Everybody's going to feel it. Except for if you're a billionaire or a millionaire. But everybody's going to feel it. Thank you, honey. I love you, baby. Everybody's going to feel something, everybody. And we're up here, we can't get along with people for 5 minutes. We're mad at an old man because he's yelling and he can't control himself because he's saying whatever his truth is. I mean, we got to stop this, everybody. Our country, we're really in deep doo-doo right now. We're really in it, But we can, yes, Jason, thank you. Absolutely, Jason. Absolutely. We can get through this because of God. Have faith, everybody. But what scares me is we're having fires everywhere. And I talked about this, that they're not going to stop. There's unseen things that we cannot see, everyone. And out of nowhere, we're getting fires everywhere. Yeah, the baby grilled cheese. That's what I am, baby grilled cheese. I just had my grilled cheese this morning, everybody. Didn't make a video. So let's just buckle up. And planes crashing. And things just dropping, you know? And we don't know what's going on. And the drones are still around, but they don't want you to know they're around. But the drones are still around, everybody. That's not fake news. That's real news. That's real talk. They just don't want you to talk about it. And the only people that talk about it is us YouTubers who have the courage to talk about it. And I told you over and over that this is a new wave of news, is the YouTubers, us YouTubers, because we're not restrained by anything, you know? So we can talk about stuff. So everybody, with that being said, have a blessed day, and I'll see you tonight at 8:30 for a little tap and talk. Oh, I can't wait to tap out this beautiful art. I'm gonna be we're gonna be doing art on the little 45s. I done the 145 that turned out so beautiful. I've got so much art that we're gonna be doing. We'll ask the boards what's going on, or not. Maybe we'll take my mind to somewhere beautiful, warm, happy, right? And we'll tap that out on the board instead of all this negative energy. Well, I'm not tapping nothing about politics. I am done tainting up my boards with politics. It ain't happening. Exactly, Jason, with a little tap and talk and a little tap and grind, right? Right? I don't see nothing wrong with a little tap and grind, right? Seriously. That'll be tonight. But I just came on to give my take of Snap Talk Live's take of the longest speech in history. It's actually going to go down, everybody, as the longest speech in history, because it was precisely 100 minutes long, unless another president comes along and breaks that. But that will go down as the longest in history of 100 minutes. And so with that being said, I want to give you 100 reasons to smile today. And I don't want to list everything, but I'm going to give you one good one. It's because you're standing, you're living, you're moving, you're pushing, and God's got you. He's got you. And He's never going to let you down, everybody. Remember that. So that's the 100 reasons why you are an awesome human all in one, right? So with that being said, I love you. Thank you for your subscribes. Thank you for your likes, and I will see you when I see you, which is tonight at 8:30. Thank you, everybody. I love you, Jason.